It's very true that if you learn something incorrectly, the more you pursue it, the harder it becomes to unlearn. And when it comes to guitar, bad habits can seriously slow down your progress or even stagnate the skills. But don't worry, today I'm going to break down 5 of the most common mistakes beginner guitarists make and, more importantly, how to fix them before they become a major problem. As soon as you'll see how bad these habits are for a guitarist's musical journey, you will quickly replace them with what I'm going to show you in this video, so stick with me until the end. So number 1 is not tuning your guitar.
I'm sorry, I just gotta tune up real quick.
Now, the first thing beginner guitarists make is not tuning their guitars, which is very frustrating and awful. If your guitar isn't in tune, everything you play will sound wrong, even if it's a correct D major chord or even if your technique is perfect. The most talented and skilled guitar player will sound terrible with an out of tune guitar. To avoid this mistake, simply buy a tuner, preferably a clip-on tuner with which we can tune your guitar before every practice session, song, recording, etc. There are also lots of mobile tuning apps which allow you to tune your guitar with just your phone's mic. I personally use G-Strings tuning app. Also, over time, it's important for you as a guitarist to learn how to tune by ear so you can recognize when your guitar sounds off. I see many beginner guitarists, but not only, who just play their guitars out of tune, and it doesn't have to be the strings hanging off, because the slightest detuned strings will sound terrible, especially a 12-string guitar, and will also negatively impact your skill as a guitarist, others' feedback of your playing, and, more dangerous, the performances or events you participate in. Now, if you didn't know, the guitar tuning is E, A, D, G, B, E or Mi, La, Re, Sol, Si, Mi. Now, especially on entry-level guitars, make sure you tune them before any lesson, recording session, rehearsal, etc. Number 2 is a poor left hand positioning. One of the most common issues beginners face is improper hand positioning, which can make playing feel uncomfortable and even painful over time. Many new guitarists grip the neck too tightly, place their thumb too high, or bend their wrist at extreme angles. This not only limits mobility, but can also lead to muscle strain and slow progress when learning new chords or scales. To avoid it, keep your thumb behind the neck, roughly in the middle, facing slightly up, rather than wrapping it over the top, unless you use it for some chords. This allows your fingers to stretch further and press down on the strings more efficiently. Maintain a relaxed grip. Pressing too hard wastes unnecessary energy and can make transitions between chords feel sluggish. Watch your wrist position. Your wrist should be slightly curved but never bent at an extreme angle. This prevents strain and gives you better control over your fretting hand. If you're struggling with certain chords, adjust your finger placement instead of forcing it. Sometimes, even a small shift can make a huge difference in comfort and accuracy. By fixing your left hand positioning early, you'll develop better control and endurance, making it easier to play for longer periods without discomfort. Make sure you are subscribed to this channel to see new videos like this every week, learn your favorite songs, and learn how to improve your guitar playing correctly and efficiently. Number 3 is incorrect picking technique or not using a pick. Now, as a fingerstyle guitar player, I obviously don't use picks that much, but it's important to use this guitar tool and use it properly. Your picking hand plays just as a big role as your fretting hand, yet many beginners develop bad habits without even realizing it. Some common mistakes include gripping the pick too tightly, using only the wrist or only the arm, and playing with uneven dynamics, making everything sound inconsistent. Now, to avoid this, hold the pick correctly. Use your thumb and index finger and keep a relaxed but firm grip, without too much of it outside, but also you don't want to play just like this, okay? So just in the middle, relaxed position, and squeezing too hard will make fast movements difficult and cause unnecessary tension. Use small controlled movements because if your pick is moving too much between the notes, you're wasting energy. So, unnecessary movement. Try to keep your strokes efficient. Now, the pick thickness matter here because for some cases, thicker picks are far better than thinner ones or vice versa. Incorporate both wrist and forearm movement for your picking hand. Strumming should be fluid and not stiff, wrist motion and slight arm movement. Many beginners tend to only use downstrokes at every note they play. And this is both inefficient and slow. The better way when it comes to fast section is to use upstrokes also. Dynamic control is important too. Try playing a simple phrase softly and then the same phrase with more force. And this helps you develop a better control over your attack on certain parts. A solid picking technique will make your playing sound more consistent and professional, and it will easier to develop speed and precision down the road. Number 4 is not practicing with a metronome. As an ambient guitarist, I quite hate to say it, but rhythm is the foundation of music, but many beginners focus only on playing notes correctly rather than playing them in time. If you don't develop good timing, your playing will sound messy even if you're hitting all the right notes. Always use a metronome when practicing exercises, scales, or difficult passages. Start at a comfortable speed and gradually increase as you get better. Also, try tapping your foot along with the beat. This helps internalize the rhythm in yourself and makes it easier to stay on time when playing with the others. Playing along with backing tracks is good too, as they are also in time with a metronome. This not only improves timing but also makes practice more fun and realistic. If a passage feels difficult, slow it down. Many beginners try to play things at full speed too soon, which results in sloppy timing. Master it at a slower tempo at first, and then speed up gradually. Playing it in time is what separates a messy player from a tight, professional sounding musician. Even the simplest melody sounds better when played with good timing. These are basic but very important things in the musical journey that will help you play and exercise more confidently. And now we need to dive deep further into the more crucial key things that we need to be aware. But before we do, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you want to see more important and useful videos like this on this channel. Now things get real tense and delicate, and could be subjective. Many beginner and some intermediate guitar players think that speed is the ultimate and top goal, so they rush through the exercises, scales and songs without focusing on accuracy, feeling or emotion conveyed. The problem? Speed without precision leads to sloppy playing and bad muscle memory. Also, if you develop the habit of playing sloppily, it will be much harder to fix later. To fix this, slow down and focus on clean playing. Play everything as slowly as necessary to hit every note correctly before speeding up. Use the slow practice method. Play a passage at 50% speed, then gradually increase by small increments as you get comfortable. Record yourself and listen back. Sometimes mistakes are easier to hear when you are not focused on playing. Break difficult sections into smaller chunks. Master one section at a time instead of rushing through the whole thing. Quite ironically, the best way to play fast is to practice slowly and cleanly first. If you focus on accuracy now, speed will come naturally later as you get used to play stress-free, fast licks. Now, the very interesting, delicate and even controversial part, I would say, is that some musicians simply don't want to get any better at their instrument in terms of speed, okay? And I will say it, myself included. The faster a song is played, the much more passing away, rushing that conveyed emotion is, without being digested by the ear, okay? And the slower a song is, the more time for emotional musical efficiency is heard, successfully analyzing and contemplating the vibe whether it's happy, sad, or nostalgic. Thus, I want you to listen to this video where I played the song Stay by Zed at 3 different tempos. Now, which one you consider is more emotional, smooth, and simply better? And if you somehow made the link between this and why slowed versions of many songs sound better, then congrats, that's what I'm talking about. And of course, improving fast playing is definitely a skill guitar players need to develop to get better at guitar, but they also need to understand that playing with feel, tension, release, analyzing and applying more and more emotional licks, etc., are also part of the musical journey. If you avoid these 5 bad habits and beliefs early on, you'll set yourself up for success and progress much faster as a guitarist. Which of these mistakes have you caught yourself making? Let me know in the comment section. Did you know that you can play literally thousands of songs with just a few chord progressions? Please check out this video. Spoiler alert, it's easier than you think.